Sidecars
The Cal Properties outfit, the number 4 outfit of Dave Molyneux
have
and
left
Dan Sale.
the building.
And they leave us now. Carl Cox Motorsport on the side of number 5. Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes only got 3 miles last night on their Yamaha before it stopped. But they're away. Number 8 is next. That's Gary Bryan and Philip Hyde on their Honda, the TTS Honda, 111.94. Barnes Racing next, represented John Holden and Max Vasseur. It's a shame now, he can't get me that pint. 100.02, but they are out on track, and that's way, way more important. Number 10, Conrad Harrison, Andy Winkle on the Ireson machine.
Sidecars they're on their way.
Fleet painting as well. Number 14, somebody just said there's no stickers on it. It looks great, and it does.
Hello.
It's Dan Knight and Ben Hughes
Well,
on
we're
the
back.
Green Honda. They didn't set a time last night.
The
Stephen Matthew
Superbike and Super Stock, no, Super Sports, and Super Twin has been cancelled because of an oil spillage, as you probably know, at the bottom of Bagaro, and
sort itself out, yeah, it does.
here's a travelling marshal.
And Tom Christie on the CES Gibson Racing Suzuki.
And the Sidecars are now out. Daniel Wigner Allen, are you on the ferry? Are you on the Rock yet, or when are you on your way here?
They really, really are. Their time last night, 108.86.
Evening again, Gene, Jay, Adam,
12 is next. Darren Hope and Len Bumfrey on their own team Honda.
Ludovic,
98.69 for Hopey and Bumfrey.
travelling marshal. They cancelled, you know, they cancelled it. Yeah, there was oil at Bagaro. They've just let the Sidecars go.
Craig Melvin and Stewie Christian on the Suzuki.
Sorry, I'm just talking to.
What have they done? 101.33 for the North pairing, the Ramsey pairing. 20 is next, Terry O'Reilly and Liam Gordon.
I was just saying, I'm doing a live feed. I'm talking to you. That's what I was just talking. Sorry, Chris. Don't worry.
Who's next up? 34. 34
Is the Laxey Lovely still there? Yes, the Laxey Lovely is still here. She's sitting in the garage, chilling.
Adjusted by that Lanium Shield, who's done a lot on level
Right.
so far. 22 is next. That's Rob Hancock and William Morley on their Suzuki, and they're away. 23, MDK Offer sitting on the side of that for Bruce Moore and Mark Gash on their
What a
Honda.
pleasant
They didn't
evening.
get a lap last night. Let's hope they can this evening. 25
Well,
is next to go.
We got all the racing next week, and I have to say a big thank you to all the people who supported me. I'm not going to tag him in all the time. You're going to just drop me in. I'm so lucky living where I live. If I want to buy a new car, I can go to INS. If I want it fixing, I can go to Martin at CMA in Chester. If I want a hoodie or teamwear, workwear, I can go to Top Marks. If I want cheap cheap fuel, I go to Class Acting Garage. All within 20 miles of me, maximum. Class Acton's even closer than that. Class Acton's 4 miles away.
We just heard from him. He's been out on the solo today.
I'm a lucky lad, really. But I thank them all for the support they've given me. Hope you're enjoying the live feeds.
Brian and Callum Crowe are over there in the Park Ferme area somewhere. See if we can maybe find them. They're doing a bit of TV, so maybe we might be able to get the thoughts of those guys. But the Sidecars are away.
What have they done now?
Well, tell you what, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and they're all gone. Chris and Ash.
The rabbit eating there.
Chris Sterling job down there in Park.
Do you remember that time I was stood on the post and I saw the longtail come out?
Boydie, what are we expecting this evening?
Longtails are
yesterday.
Big mice. You can't say the word.
From Peter Founds and
Indeed, 117.431 for them and 117.15.
Better than the TT Plus.
But not obviously expecting big time.
I would say it was different to the TT Plus.
For the sun and then
It's
yellow
less
flags
politically
for the
correct.
situation out at Bagaro through to westward, which is
Particularly on my
stretch,
part.
so that will probably keep the times down when we
Somebody
get on Glen Helen.
is having a right good pull on a joint here.
And obviously the sun on the run out
Bloody
as far as
hell.
Balacrane. as you can see, Conrad Harrison making his way on the run through, where is he? Gorsley. Gorsley heading down towards Ballycrane, so the top riders are already on the run up towards Glen Helen. We should get the sector times for that.
I'll let somebody else tell Adraham Blue, or whatever his name is, what channel can he watch the TT on? You can watch it in here as they go past Schoolhouse, but if you want to watch the whole thing and pay $19.99, please tell him where he can go and watch it.
Wasn't able to ride. Well, he's back riding, but unfortunately,
is it that long? 2019, 20, 21, 22. Oh, we've had COVID in the middle as well, haven't we?
You can find one.
Thank you, John.
32, one of our newcomer crews.
I think sometimes I've got worse. You can smell it, Bill.
So we've lost a crew there as well. So we're getting the times now in at Glen Helen, and the Birchalls are faster than Founds and Walmsley by 3.8 seconds. 4 minutes 49. Yesterday afternoon, the standing start, that was a 5-minute 10. So that shows just how much quicker they are going tonight. In fact, no, I've got that wrong. That's a 4:54. 4:54 down to 4:49. It's 5 seconds, but more importantly, let's get down to Bev, who's with the Crows.
I am. I'm just going to speak to Callum first of all. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good considering the impact I had last night. I'm feeling good, and I've been moving on the bike, which makes me a bit more confident. To be honest with you, when I was in hospital last night, I thought,
you're a lucky lass.
At the end of my TT23,
all the way in New Zealand.
Year,
well, you and Bill must have special senses, because Bill's in Canada and you're in New Zealand. So you've got special bloody noses, you fair.
So what happened? What caused it last night? Do we know?
It was just a mistake that happens. It was just slightly apex too early. It's not like a short circuit around this place. You haven't got curbs to lean on. It's quite a complete opposite. You've got stone walls. So it's a mistake that happens at TT, and that's all really. We're going to go back out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
We'll be back on it.
And how are you doing, Ian?
I'm not too bad. You've got to give the boy a bit of recovery time. It's one of them. You rub yourself up against the wall at 80, 90 mile an hour. It's going to hurt you, innit? But you've got to have a bit of recovery time. It's no point rushing back into it. We'll go back out tomorrow. Hopefully, if the medical team say okay to go back out. And then we'll do a nice, not steady, but easy-ish lap. And then when we come out of Governor's Dip, if we get 2 laps, he can give me a squeeze to say if he wants to come back in, or if not, we'll go for a flyer and see what we can do.
And how's the outfit doing?
The outfit's mega. It was really, really good. Last night, up to that point, it was handling ace. It was fast. You couldn't ask for any more of it out of what it was yesterday. Fine little tuning with the suspension and gearing, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, it's great to see you back, and fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
There was a question about you.
There we are then. That is the news on the Crow boys. Hopefully we get them back out
the
tomorrow
Laxey
night.
Lovely still there?
Sidecar session. Ben and Tom Birchall on the Bethlehem Honda fastest out to Glen Helen, 4 minutes 49.7. Pete Pounds and Javan Walmsley on the FHO Motorsport Honda, 4:53.6. So
Pauline, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Third fastest on the night.
I'm just talking to somebody that's just said thank you very much for the live feed.
On the SWC
no, don't say sorry.
5 minutes and 6.070.
Oh,
then John Holden
no.
on the Barnes Racing Car.
I'm leaving again.
Yamaha, they are
I'm
fourth
comfortable.
fastest.
Just
Tim
leaving
Reeves
again.
and Mark Wilkes have at least made it to Glen Helen tonight, and they
I'll
are
go
fifth
fall in the
fastest
road.
with Dave
I won't
Molyneux
fall in the
and
road.
Dan Sale, sixth. And in fact, we're hearing that Molyneux has stopped at the end of Cronker Body. So at Molyneux's, in fact, we understand, Dave and Dan stopped then at Molyneux's on the KTM. Well, it's always a problem when you're trying to get... And Molly's had big problems in practice weeks before and comes in race weeks, so we don't... we're being told it's not at Molly's. That's such a shame for the story. It's Cronker Body Crossroads for
he broke down.
Molly
broke down entry when he was there.
Back at Balaf, Founds and Walmsley have made it into Balaf as
Molly's
well.
an Isle of Man resident.
Just under 4 seconds
Dave
down
Molyneux.
on the Birchall.
Dan Sale's mum keeps the pub at Solby.
For the Birchalls, 8:26.7 for Founds for the lap. So about 3.9 seconds between us, and we can see now on the pictures it looks
I'm
like
a-
Sulby
I'm
Straight.
a
They
thing
are
of useless
trying here, actually.
information.
They are really trying.
Yeah, they're really going for it. There's some talk
Total
after
shit.
last night of Fowles and Walmsley when they went past the Birchells, really rubbing it in. So some talk of some beef between the Birchells and Fowles and Walmsley. So we're going to
Have
see
you,
them coming down Silver
Julie
Straight right
working
now.
tonight?
We'll have a look at the
Phil?
speed trap and see what time they copy.
Job.
You can see you can see Fowles certainly. You can't see Walmsley. Absolutely flat on the machine. You cannot see him at all. Least resistance all the way down the Sulby Straight. Carry that speed. 155.9 miles
They're
per
coming
hour.
down the Sulby Straight by the sound of it.
149.1 for Fowles.
Quite a big difference there, Boydie, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 6 miles an hour is significant. As we can see, two outfits coming into Glen Helen as well, 24 and 29. Ooh, 24 desperate to get past if he can.
Yeah, that's Michael Russell and Vicky Cook trying to get past John Shipley and Jodie James, and that is super, super tight.
And they have got past on the exit of Sarah's, and the hand went out from Vicky just to acknowledge that the other crew moved to the left and just let them go past as they went through Sarah's. So some action out there on the course.
That's the lady that came for the Vicky, is the girl that came down to the calf with me.
Michael Russell, those of you who've been watching the docu-series on TT Plus or on ITV will maybe be surprised because, of course,
Hello,
Vicky rode with
Debbie
Maria Costello
Davis
last year.
from
Gary
Wrexham.
Bryan and Philip Hyde, we can see
How are
on
you?
Sulby Straight giving a tow to Reeves and Wilkes as well. Reeves and Wilkes, I think, went out before them, so they've been overhauled.
I think
on
I
the
know
lap
Debbie
by
Davis
Gary
is
Bryan
from Wrexham.
and Philip Hyde, and they are running right behind them on the run into Sulby Bridge.
Yeah, Reeves and Wilkes.
Here we go. First sidecar through Schoolhouse is here. Virtual Boys.
There's only 100th in the last sections of the lap between him and him.
What's that?
Towing round just at the moment. Good other side to Kaplan very, very quickly. Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes for fastest out to the lap. Then Holden
Fowles and who?
are fifth fastest.
Walmsley
John and
in the
James
second one.
Saunders on machine number 17 are sixth fastest as far as the lap. And
Molyneux's
then
got a
Greg
black
Lambert and
Has
Andy
he?
Haynes on that. You will not miss it.
Well, he had a problem when I was at Aintree the other week.
They are seventh
He
fastest.
broke down.
Darrell Gibson and Tom Christie, eighth fastest.
Yeah, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes there. We've talked a lot about the leverage on how bright pink it is. There's no doubt that their sponsors won't be mentioned on that. KMP, Charlton Motor Travel, MW, Honda, no chance at all. Worth saying as well that at the speed trap
Debbie
on
Davis,
Silver Straight,
as in
John Holden and
Emin.
Maxime Vasseur have gone faster than Peter Fowles and Kevin Walmsley. Both at 149.
See you Saturday.
But marginally
Okay.
quicker, Holden and Vasseur, but still 6 miles per hour behind the Birchells.
He's trying to find some times because we
Got
are now
you,
into round
I
into
think.
the
Yes,
house,
Roy,
and
you
the
have.
climb of the
You have
mountain.
got me, Roy.
Birchall continues to lead the way at Ramsey, 12 minutes before that time. Ramsey, they're there in
Yeah, you worked yourself with
12:01.
the feet
Let's
as
just
well.
try and get an indication of where we are compared to yesterday. On the opening standing start lap for Bounds, it was 12:07, so they're 6 seconds quicker than the standing start lap yesterday compared to the fastest lap of the second. Only about 6 seconds down on where they were for the fastest lap. They are quicker than the standing
Yeah,
start
he did,
lap.
didn't he?
And the
Well,
helicopter right now
the
is
passenger looked like he sat up.
overhead the sidecars as they go up the gooseneck. One of the areas, Tower Bends and Gooseneck, has been resurfaced, which is going to help these sidecars an awful lot this year.
You're all welcome to the live
Yeah,
feed.
lots of resurfacing going on around the course. It's going to help all of the crews, but
Get
the
sharing
sidecars
it.
getting a real benefit. We can still see Reeves is stuck right in behind.
No,
Danny Bryan here. He's not
I
giving
am
up
not
that
on my
toe.
perch. There's my perch behind. There's my perch. Decided to stand on a lower level.
Tight left-hander before Waterworks and coming out into Tower Bends as we've been talking about.
Yeah, big look back there from Philip Hyde as well, just to see how close Reeves
We're
and
just
Wilkes
arrived
were.
tonight. Where are you, Johnny?
Towards the Waterworks.
Mr. Harrison.
Yeah, Conrad.
Ramsey Head. It's still on the first lap for the chairs. We're Remember,
Crazy.
they're going to be able to get 2 laps in.
It's almost as mad as selling fucking ice cream, isn't it?
Oil spill and delay.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your feet.
Yeah.
Very bright, very bright.
Thank you, Jane.
See, Bruce is still
Right in
going.
our eyes, but bear in mind,
I want to see if Jack and Jack alias Michael Russell and Vicky Cook come through, because they've just they've got orange helmets. They're just black. They've overtaken. There was somebody coming out of Sarah's.
Ramsden's go round Ramsey hairpin. The Ramsden's round the Ramsey.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at who has made it to Ramsey down. The Birchall's fastest, as we know.
Good.
10,000 Walmsley, 4 seconds down. Gary Bryant.
I've got chicken in there.
We're seeing
Wanna
more
pull a
action
leg?
on the Sulby straight here, outfits overtaking one another. It's,
You're hungry,
Dave
you
Burke,
say?
North Schofield, one of the locals.
still growing.
Just cut snug past.
Completely the wrong line.
Darryl Gibson in 7th as the Birchalls make the bungalow.
There we go, they're going past the bungalow then, and of course the Birchalls, who went out first, have got to bungalow first, and they are on the mountain and really enjoying themselves up there. 15:44 at the moment for the Birchalls, as we watch Founds and Walmsley come past 7
One of the crows, the passenger,
Yeah, and that time for the Birchalls, 15:44 compared
got
to
some damage
15:49 last
in the last practice,
night.
and yesterday, and they're just
a little bit back from that.
getting a bit of
They've slipped now.
them time repairing it,
7.5
letting him rest.
seconds back. So they've dropped 3.5 seconds or so on the climb of the mountain there, Founds and Walmsley.
Yeah, indeed, the timing seems to have slightly changed though, Boydie. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We've got plus.
Here's Bruce.
Guys to come through. We've seen lots of overtaking on the Selby Straight as we are heading for home now for the faster guys.
Absolutely, they're on the run now. Out to us, well, we're with
I haven't
Founds
seen,
and Walmsley. And to be heading on the run
Mike
towards
and
Kettlegate
Vicky.
as we head across the mountain. As we get
Can't remember.
put back to
Seriously, can't
Ramsey.
remember.
Darren Bruce.
Oh, here they are, here they are.
Cruise on the Hope Racing.
There they go. That's them.
Over the side of the machine to get the weight down.
And Chris Kitty was telling us as he talks us through all the sidecars going out just now at the beginning of this section, some of those passages are much bigger than others, and Lenny Bumfrey is definitely
We haven't
one
got
of those who's struggling to
Maria
stay in
Costello out,
He's
have
tall
we?
indeed as well for Lenny, yeah.
Elvis
Always
Costello.
has been this but he's
Yeah.
been doing this for years. Very experienced passenger around the TT. We've just seen Mike Jackson and Jake Roberts. It's great to see Mike back at the TT on the AV Crane Suzuki. Mike had a bit of an incident at, just before climbing the mountain.
So Maria is out. Maria's going over the mountain according to somebody on here. Okay, thank you very much.
Over 11 back.
I thought she was
Yeah,
parked
we've
up
just
because
seen
she came
Holden
off
and
the
Vassar,
solo
number
the other day.
6
Thank you
coming
very much,
through
Michael.
Bungalow. So they've completed that sector, and they'll be coming to Dukes pretty soon at the 32nd. Lots of fans
FHO.
on the side of the road. As
I didn't see.
always,
Did
that
you see the
section with
FHO
Steve
unit go
Ramsden
past?
And Matthew Ramsden.
I didn't.
Wasn't fully paying
Both the
attention.
Birchalls and Founds and Walmsley are through Cronknamona. They're on
Thank
the
you,
way
Michael.
down to us here at the TT Grandstand. It is a 116.8 type pace for the Birchalls. So despite the setting sun and the yellow flags out there, it's a really good opening lap. The lap they did yesterday, the 117.153.
Still quick, isn't
Checking
it?
the records this morning, it's only about 4 seconds slower than their fastest practice lap last year. And that was in the very first qualifying.
Are you sure it's not Fownes and Wormsley you're getting mixed up with, Michael?
And into Governor's Jet. They're just coming
Same livery.
out of the nook, and we're going to see them come towards the grandstand super soon. I can hear them already. Here they come. That's Fownes, and the Birchalls come through, and they come past, and they go through in 19:22. So a 116.8.
100 and what?
Yeah,
16.8.
We'll take that.
19 minutes.
Very good, Boydie, very good.
Once we were on it. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Fownes and Walmsley coming through slightly behind. They have gone through 116.1, so 19:29, 7 seconds slower.
Yeah, indeed, which is what they lost most of that in the climb of the mountain, so they will be able to zero in on the data that comes off the bike and have a look at where it was struggling or not struggling, is the case maybe up the mountain, but they certainly dropped 3.5 seconds of that 7 seconds in that one sector.
And when you think back over the last couple of years, Boydie, can you specify that maybe the Birchalls or Fownes and Walmsley have been particularly strong or weaker on that particular section?
Yeah, the Birchalls, it's very easy, they're just strong everywhere. It's absolutely astonishing. They were at one point on for the 120 mile an hour Sidecar, which is the next big sort of barrier that we're going to see probably. They need to find about 8 seconds on their lap record to do that. At one point they were on for that heading into Ramsey, and then the conditions just went against them on the mountain a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 119.25
Temperature affects it,
record
doesn't
for the
it?
Sidecars at the moment, but I predict we might see that record broken this year, Boydie. How excited would you be?
If we saw the
That's
first
all right.
120 mile an hour Sidecar lap, that would be an incredible landmark around the TT course. It would be one of those like
William
I
Nichols.
think right up there with.
I know you're from North Carolina in America.
Two men on a 600cc machine go around at 120 miles an hour, which is simply incredible.
As we see our next competitors come, next two partnerships come through. We've had Gary Bryan and Philip Hyde, number 8, and Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes have come through. Bryan and Hyde going through in 20:33 at an average of 1:10, and Reeves and Wilkes 1:09.6.
And it looked like one of those outfits was coming in. It may have been Reeves, who looked like he pulled over to the left, possibly to come in, so he'll be coming up the return lane. In fact, we see him now appear up the return lane, and it is Reeves.
Who is he?
I think
He's somebody.
yes, it is.
Sorry?
Tim Reeves coming in after one lap.
No.
So
No. He's just somebody who was somebody who lives locally that just wanted asked if he could come in the garden.
Maxime Vasseur, Boydie. John Holden and Maxime Vasseur have just come in. They've taken.
Aye, coming tomorrow looking. You're coming up here, are you, David?
108 on average, and pretty much a 21.
Evening from Accrington. Hello, Simon.
Absolutely, and you think, okay, conditions, well, we would describe them as perfect, but not perfect necessarily, with that sun getting ever lower in the sky. But this is lap time that Dave Molyneux is missing out on. Okay, he's got all the experience in the world around here. He maybe doesn't need the lap time, but it matters. It counts. You need to get those laps on board.
Yeah, you need to get those laps on board. In fact, if you can remind us, Boydie, of
So we've got to remember they've just got all the way round in just over 17 minutes. Two people on a 600 engine.
And I think it's 3 laps that they have to do on the machine in order to qualify. 3 laps, one of which has to be within the qualifying. That's 3 laps across the whole of practice week.
Indeed. And so we've just seen a couple of crews come in as we've predicted. In the meantime, we still have lots of partnerships and lots of machines out on the course. The sun is super low now. It's just setting over there behind Peel, just going behind. And let's head straight down to Chris Kinners.
Yeah, John Holden has disappeared. John's gone back down to the crew where his outfit is, where all his awning is, which is just down from the little toilet block there. But Tim Reeves has been given the hurry up here because he's just come in. He's changed the visor. They've both now changed the visor. This sun must be really, really tough out there. So Tim Reeves, last minute, he's under the instruction of Milky as well. So Tim jumps in the outfit quickly. Hopefully they are going to make it. Just hopefully. Let's just see if the gate is still open, which is good, and the outfit does fire. So Tim is away, so he is getting another lap. Little tear off's just come up there now. So he had the total dark visor on there, and we talked about that just a little bit earlier on. That sun now is really low in the sky, and the temperature is dropping as well. Back to you, boys.
Yeah, we've just seen number 15 Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes pretty in pink coming over the line. However, we can see one partnership who are coming in again now. I'm looking down, and it's the number 31 Daryl Gibson and Tom Christie, one of our newcomer pairs.
In terms of the times then, these leading outfits are on their way out towards Glen Helen.
Coming through Glen Helen.
Amazingly bright for this time of the evening, though. As Chris says, we are in shadow now here on Glen Crutchley Road, and the temperature drops away very, very quickly.
It's got since we
have
started this live feed.
Over the mountains.
The earlier live feed.
The arrivals at Glen Helen of the Birchalls and Founds and Walmsley as well, and we'll get the first indication there of a flying lap.
I won't fall in the hedge.
That we can compare to yesterday's time for Founds. Let's just have a look at where we were yesterday on the run out to Glen Helen, a 4:46 for Found and a 4:47 for Birchall. So that's the kind of area we're looking at to see whether there's any improvement as we go into this second flying lap. Of course, yesterday was an afternoon session, glorious conditions. Tonight they've got to deal with the conditions.
So they're coming up through Glen Helen.
Of the sidecars coming in now. Dan Knight and Ben Hughes have come in. We already mentioned Daryl Gibson and Tom Christie, and I said that they're newcomers, of course, but Daryl Gibson has switched to the driver's side.
Some of them have pulled in, as you can probably hear, to the paddock.
Place finishes with Dave Molyneux, of course.
And it looks like the gate is now closed. Maybe one of the guys on the ground could just confirm no more crews will be going out onto the TG course. So the guys that have come in to make repairs, if they haven't got back out, they won't be able to, because it looks like the gate is closed. So
gate is now closed, so anything that's out on the TT.
Second lap, the gate is indeed closed. We hear.
Yeah, crows could be back tomorrow.
The session will now move to a flag all at the end of this second lap, and we'll just get an indication of times as and when we get the guys out. In fact, we can go down to Beth with Daryl Gibson.
So, Daryl, how was that out there?
That was hard work. I think we've got a little issue with that engine, so I had to shift manually all the way around, and shifting manually around here on a normal ride out. So yeah, that was hard work just for the one lap.
Think it's going to be an easy fix?
Yeah, it is. We know what the issue is. We thought we'd sorted it out, but it's definitely something else.
You've been the passenger, now the driver. How's the change of mindset there?
It's a different sport completely. It's going from like quite a physical but less mentally challenging game as passengering to turn to a driver. It's so mentally draining all the time. It's brilliant, really.
And what's the sort of communication between you and the passenger? How do you do that?
We haven't had to have too much communication at the moment. It's literally a little squeeze if someone's behind us wanting to get past, or a little tap if there's an issue with the bike, and that's about it.
Darryl, lovely to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
So, Founds and Walmsley then have made it out to Glen Helen. 4 minutes 52, and we said that indication time from yesterday was a 4:46 on the flying lap, so that just shows they are 7 seconds off just between here and Glen Helen, which is nearly a second a mile, 9 3/4 miles out to Glen Helen, so almost a second a mile
19, 18, 19
than they were yesterday afternoon when they had those most fantastic conditions. So it is obviously going to hold things back just a little bit, but a 4:52.
Still haven't got a tripod to hold my phone with.
1:16.1 on the
still have the odd driver.
To Glen Helen, as the Birchalls are there.
Leaning against the fence more now.
That's quicker.
Can't get on me. Not that comfortable getting on the gate post that I used to stand on.
Let's just put that
because my
in.
knees are bad.
From Glen Helen to Glen Helen, 117.2 for the Birchalls. It was 117.4 yesterday for Founds, but that would be slightly better than the Birchalls. 117.1.
I really enjoy it.
So 117.2 for the Birchalls, Glen Helen to Glen Helen.
I want to get back to going to Ireland.
The checkered flag, of course, is being waved because we are at the end of this qualifying session, and we're seeing lots of the crews
mobile
phone,
tripod sponsorship.
Kenny Cole have come in, as have
Michael, I've already got some very good
all be coming into the Park Fair
support, I call it,
of how the crews think this qualifying session
a variation of people.
Yellow of Derek Lynch and Anthony McDonald goes past
INS
the
Car
grandstand down
Centre.
Crutchley Road. They are newcomers, Lynch
Based
and
just
McDonald,
outside
and
Wrexham.
they have got a lap under their
Class
belt
Acton
today. In terms of a second lap,
Garage,
Ben Birchall,
based
Tom Birchall,
just outside Wrexham.
I've got to Glen Helen, fastest. And
Martin
then, as we
Sturgeon,
hear,
his
Bowden
cracking
Walmsley,
team at
followed by
CMA
Ramsey.
in Chester,
Now through the lap,
MOTs
the
and
Birchalls, and they've got
engineering
the
works that
lap,
I've known
pace
for
to the week,
more years than I care to remember.
117.576.
Andy
Slightly quicker than that, 117.4.
Swan,
But that, of course, is
who
the
I
full
know
lap
through
down, but just
me
looking
doing a
at
bit of
flying lap
HGV
lap
driving.
for the Birchalls, but,
And I've
they're
gone
certainly
there and
upping it a
done
little
my
bit tonight.
renewed my
John
CPC.
Shipley and Jody
Finally,
James
top
are
marks
in,
for
having set
t-shirts
for
and stuff,
themselves
polo
something of
shirts
a qualifying time.
or
They
workwear.
have got a
They're
lap
always reasonably
under
priced,
their
so
belt.
cracking. I've got a
As we see
cracking
the
bunch
Birchalls
of
coming down the
supporters.
Straight once again.
Selby Straight,
Definitely not moving
Birchalls
about
are
as
at.
much as they were coming down the straight last year. They're into the heavy braking zone now. Into Sulby Bridge, we can see Tom bent right over the machine to the right-hand side to get
Thank
them
you,
to the
Adam.
right-hander, then
They're now
back
coming
hanging
through
off the back
Sulby.
as they go into the Ginger Hall and the left-hander. He's out to the left. Oh, the amount of work these passengers do is incredible.
It is incredible. The second time round, Birchall and Birchall went through the speed trap on the Selby Straight at 155.4, a little bit slower than the first time round when it was 155.9. But let's go down to Park Fermé with Beth, who's got Vicky Cook.
Yeah, I'm with Vicky here, who's the passenger to Michael Russell. Second year for you now, Vicky. How is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's great to be back as always. Really happy to be riding with Jack this year. We've got a new bike for us, so we're still trying to bed in. Got a few teething problems, but it's only night 2 and it's been nice to get out because we weren't in this position this time last year, were we? So, yeah, really chuffed.
Been talking a lot about the sun tonight. How was it from your point of view?
It doesn't really affect me. I mean, a lot of the places where the sun is, I've got my head down, so it's not really a problem to me. Going into Union Mills, is always a bit of an issue, but other than that, no dramas. I'm sure Jack had lots of dramas, but for me, it was all right, really.
You were oblivious to them, that's all. That's the way it should be. And in terms of smoothness around the course?
Yeah, we have got a few problems ourselves with the bike, not necessarily the course. I mean, Sulby Straight is like a million times better than what it was. There's still a few aggressive bumps, but yeah, we just need to sort our handling problems out.
Well, I'll let you get on with it, Vicky. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Cheers.
Here we go. Virtual boys are going home. Say it again.
Go down to Chris with Alan Thomas.
Say again.
Kenny Cole as well.
Down the third, Kevin.
Yeah.
A word if you don't mind, Adam. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Well, I thought I'd get you right, Jen, as well. What was it like out there?
I am at Schoolhouse Corner, as the page says, or the group. Parliament Square is just down there. So now you know what I am. Before I slipped off the post. Can't fucking get on it, never mind slip off it.
What was the rest of the lap like? How's the circuit looking now after 2 days in?
A lot better than last year. Especially, like, I expect everybody is saying it, down Sulby Straight, that patch there. Because I come here last year and I wasn't expecting those 2 horrific bumps down there.
Yeah.
And first time I went
Stationary
over,
again, isn't it? It must be just filming the...
but once I knew it was there, I was counting and then brace, you know, and it kept myself on there.
How about the rest of the circuit? Obviously rubbery in now as well. I think you've done 90.
You think what I think?
Just shy of 99.
Well,
That lap.
last time
I'm
somebody
not
was
sure
off.
what we done.
Yeah.
You don't care, do you? You're not
It was
bothered.
all right,
Just
that
getting
was
laps.
Yesterday, the first lap was a good one. We done just under. I think it was
Growing off you, Gary.
yesterday, and I was hoping this one was going to be up there, maybe crack that 101 because we've done it before. But we're still learning. I mean, it's our second time driving here, so we are still learning the circuit together. But every
Right.
year is a
Well,
learning curve, isn't it? You know, they
I've been
change
studying
things,
for a while. I am
Glen Helen, all the trees,
going to
they
switch this
fell.
off so I can actually watch the
Great to look
sidecars
there.
myself.
It's superb through there. It was like
I will see you all. We've got practice tomorrow night as well, haven't we, Chris?
it was like dark
Practice
and
tonight,
glum and
same
things,
time,
you know,
same place.
it not puts you
What have we got? We've got Superbike, no,
and I'm sure
Superbike, Superstock, Supersport, Sidecars, 8:30. Should be around then. Catch you all again. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for your time. Cheers, Ken.
Cheers, Chris.